So this video is on a new way of importing information from Excel to Revit. In every folder set up now, and you'll have, or if you just want this to go grab the file for an existing project, it's located under the CAD folder setup struct notes importing into Revit. You'll find this Excel file here, columns and foundations, and that is this file right here. So this has 3 tabs in it. It has columns and foundations, footing information, and pier information for whatever is applicable to your project. On this first tab, columns and foundation, you have your grid location, your column size at that grid location, and then your footing size at that grid location, or pier, depending on whatever your project has. The grids are called out based on how RAM exports grids for this. You can export column sizes from RAM. So RAM will do it like this, where the number space dash space letter grid is called out that way. So keep it that way if you're filling this out. It needs to be done that way. It's something that can be changed if it is a problem. We will see as time goes on. So that's grid location. Then you fill out your column size. It will change the column to whatever size is here. So, the column at D1 is going to be changed to an HSS 3/3/4. Footing will be changed to a foot F2 or a P2, depending on what the Revit technician is pulling in. There's a few different options on the program. If you're pulling in footings, you say you're pulling in footings. If you're pulling in piers, you'll tell it. So that's on the other side. It knows what column to look at. Obviously, you're not going to have both piers and footings at the same spot, but it can do either or. And so that's what that is. The level, just put a number, just copy 100. Just keep that level like that. I won't go into detail what that is right now, but it does need to have the 100 value for now for this to work. So you just fill out everything as it needs to be. On the footing information, you'll put your footing types here at footing mark, footing length, width, and thickness, all in feet. And then you're reinforcing all of it combined for the combined schedule, which is the more common schedule. Also in Revit, we use on some occasions, we'll use the schedule that has all 4 split out. So that's what these last 4 columns are for that schedule. You can populate all this into the family. The schedule's only going to grab depending on what schedule it is. So you can actually have all this like this if you want. They don't match. I didn't worry about that for the purpose of this video, but you get the point. Most of the time, like I said, you'll be using this one with the combined call out. And Revit will take, even if Revit only has 1 footing, it's basically going to go through and create all these footing types with these marks, and it'll give them these physical properties and also give them the reinforcing value. Pier tab, same thing. Pier mark sizes and feet as well. And then reinforcing, we don't really use the reinforcing right now. Maybe we will in the future. You don't have to fill that out. I mean, it's just there. You don't have to fill out reinforcing on any of this, but you do have to fill out your mark and your size for footings and piers, and it will go through and create all these types in the model. And then on the Revit side, they can run the program to update everything based on grid location. So it'll go through, and for each grid location, it'll update the stuff like we talked about, but it will also create an error report at the end that says, hey, we had to skip this. If there's no column or footing at a grid intersection, it will skip it, but it will put it in a report to to let you know that it had to skip it because there was nothing there. It does not plop them in there, and that's mainly because there's no way to know what the elevations and stuff of everything should be. You could put all that in an Excel file, but that's getting a little carried away. And like I said, you can bring this from RAM. When you're bringing it in from RAM, you actually don't have to do anything. The tech can go in, or whoever's in Revit can go in with a button and grab the information from RAM, and it'll bring in the column sizes. And as long as the grid intersections match, and there's a column there, it's going to update those columns based on this Excel on what is exported from RAM, and it'll create a report at the end of that as well. So thank you. I think that's all for this video.